Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be reacting to 3 tracks off of the Naked album. This one is by Johnette Napolitano, who we've definitely heard our fair share of on the channel. If you are new here, you may not have seen my Concrete Blonde reactions, but highly encourage you guys to go check those out for the context here. But all of that journey has led us to the Naked album, where we're going to hear Johnette do her solo work. And with Concrete Blonde in mind, there's so much that happens in their in each of their songs and just across their discographies. I really wonder what kind of style Johnette on her own is going to opt for. If she's going to, do a shotgun approach and have like 7 different genres that we know she's capable of doing, or if she's going to lean into one style. Really, I have no idea, but I'm certainly excited to find out. But before we do, a massive thank you goes to Brent for making these song requests and, of course, bringing some Johnette back to the channel. Now, let's jump into it.
I know I'm complicated, and I'm sorry for all that. All the love I try to make comes out half-baked, it just falls flat. I'm a little bit a mess, but a lot of loving hard. Sometimes I just can't stop, sometimes I just can't start. Well, I never had a map, I never had a plan. All I have is scraps of who and why I think I am. And I am a little less, and you are a little more. And I've never really seen my life in quite this light before. But if you ever call me, know I will be here.
The thing is, like, how often do you ever hear someone singing with an electric guitar as if it's an acoustic? Like, the way this feels, it's almost like a movie spotlight moment where all the lights go down, the crowd goes completely silent, and instead of an acoustic guitar strumming in that kind of large expanse, it's electric guitar. But Johnette is delivering the emotion all the same, and I actually love this juxtaposition with the voice and the electric guitar only, because Johnette, and just in Concrete Blonde in general, the tone is often so fuzzy, and it's just nice to hear that fuzzy tone against Johnette's rather clear but very emotional voice. Let's pull it back some here.
I've never really seen my life in quite this light before. But if you ever call me, know I will be here. And if you ever want me, know I will be here. And if you ever need me, know I will be here. I know what you need.
This is such an interesting song. What a creative idea.
A safer place when everyone you love is gone. Sometimes it's easier that way. But if I had one more hour, if I had one more minute, the only thing I know is I would surely love you in it. And I watch the people walking, and I watch the people laugh. Every day I take a million perfect living photographs, and the days.
Dude, this song is so cool, and like I'm having trouble understanding what it's making me feel. Like, I almost feel like there's like this wall within me right now that like is holding back something, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's being spurred by. Maybe it's just in the sheer like delivery of this performance and outside of just the lyrics of the song. But I love the intimacy here. I love that it is still like, I wouldn't say grungy, but it is this very like raw feel. maybe that's what it is. It just feels very real.
Perfect living photographs, and the days are getting shorter, and the years are flying by. And my favorite photographs are the ones of you and I. So if you ever want me, know I will be here. And if you ever need me, know I will be here. And if you wanna love me, know I will be here. I know what you need, and all you need from me is for me to be here.
Sure. That is beautiful. Wow, I like that song a lot. Not the vibe I was expecting off the bat, but I had no expectations going into this, so yeah, I really appreciate the just bravery in a performance like that, because like you don't often hear just the vocals and electric guitar. That is just not what happens. It's always acoustic. It is always acoustic. Um, or like a cleaner tone electric. Um, yeah, this is just qualitatively different in that way, and I love that this song is just such a earnest message to her lover or potentially former lover. It's not quite clear to me if they're together or not, but the point is like she will always be there for them. She will always be that like supportive place, that rock, and that's exactly what you would want out of an amazing friend or relationship or whatever. Um, man, that song feels so inspired. Like I could imagine Johnette like in her room playing, fumbling around and having this like flood of emotion, and then just in one fell swoop coming up with the progression and the lyrics to this song. They just feel very, again, they just feel very real. Like I've definitely said sentences like these. I've definitely heard sentences like these said to me. Yeah, like Johnette has experienced this, and this is coming from her own life, not just like cooked up in a lab by music experts. And this is just me now going on a separate rant about like the endless ghostwriters that exist in the music world nowadays. A lot of the time, these stories now are just fabricated and meant to elicit emotion within us rather than actually being a real story that's meant to just be shared, not to be commoditized. But yeah, Jeanette has never cared about that. She has always created art for its own sake. Let's check out the second track. This one is Jazz on Vinyl. You'll have to guess the lyrics for this one. Thanks, Spotify. Watch it be an instrumental.
I like my jazz on vinyl and my coffee black. I look forward and I don't look back. Like my tequila straight and my story's true. You're the real deal, baby, and I sure like you. You're the real deal, baby, and I sure like you.
Okay, is the whole point of the name of Naked album the fact that it is just her voice and guitar, and the overall album itself is super stripped down, hence Naked? Because in this song too, it is just her voice and it is electric guitar. You know, the tone changed, so maybe you could say that's two electric guitars, but this is interesting. A whole album like this.
Deal, baby, and I sure like you. You're the real deal, baby, and I sure like you. Real, I wanna know how you feel.
how this like underlying melody just swings back and forth.
Oh, baby, I can't do. You're the real deal, baby, and I sure like you.
That's so interesting. How do I describe this?
I can't get it too.
Like a
You're the real deal, baby,
like a
and
less
I
grungy
sure
grunge.
like you.
Certainly alternative. Wow, listen to that. Super wide pan. It's like a UFO has absorbed one of the guitars.
You're the real deal, baby. I can't get it too.
Listen to the echo on her voice. Bouncing back and forth in the headphones.
Baby, and I sure like you. I like my blues to be good and blue. You're the real deal, baby, and I sure like you.
Why oh why was this song called Jazz on Vinyl? Interesting. Yeah, I don't want to get stuck on naming genres. I feel like in the past I used to definitely do my level best to come up with some kind of genre or fit it into some box, but really this is just so new. Um, I would say that like what I appreciate about this song definitely is the lyrics, but also the fact that it this kind of a song, it I don't know how to describe it. It is just very like atmosphere setting. Like when I hear it, I'm envisioning a very specific place in my mind. And for me, it's not all the time that music will do this, where I can like vividly see a certain landscape or environment or setting with friends or whatever it needs to be. That happens on the rare occasion. And, you know, with this song, it definitely comes up like in this feel. It's almost like a saloon, but then we got the alien stuff towards the end, but then you feel like you're in a like contemporary jazz room, like as if you're okay, maybe not a contemporary jazz room, maybe like a contemporary slam poet venue. I feel like we are a few steps removed from like your super avant-garde. It's like slam poetry, like spoken word. Do you get where I'm coming from on this? That's why I'm like struggling to find the words for this one, because I just don't hear this style at all. So it like it's coming at me as more of a surprise. Um, and that's so interesting because I've listened to so much of Concrete Blonde. You'd expect that we'd follow some kind of similar, we'd have some similarities between the styles, and there's similarities in the elements because it is still Jeanette's voice, and that guitar is something that is very Concrete Blonde as well. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I think this one's beating me. Let me see if the last song here, Constance Mozart, will clear things up.
I always believed in the music.
Also a non-lyrical one on Spotify here.
I always believed that the world would discover the genius I always had known.
Oh,
My
this
love
is
for
piano
him
now.
was something certain.
Completely new to the to the record, I guess.
My love for him was so strong, so strong, so strong. I remember when we were new lovers. I remember when we were old friends.
I like the heaviness in the keys and the melody so far.
I remember the laughter and dancing, not wanting this to end.
Dude, the way that she's like enunciating these words, it makes me feel like she is about to either start crying or belting. There's like this very subtle waver when she kind of rests in the lows of those phrases. I could imagine a song that starts like this, just using my metalcore, like metal brain. I could imagine this thing growing into something very intense.
Say, not wanting this to end.
What an intro.
I don't want this to end. I lay on the carpet and listen and watch him in love and watch him in love, and all night and he played filling his wine and his inkwell, lighting the candles and setting the clock, tick tock, and I stayed.
Dude,
He was a gift from heaven.
I feel like she is like on Broadway right now. She is putting her entire body into this.
Voice and the voice of the holy harp of the Lord.
Yeah, dude, the acting and her voice, just all that emotion pouring out.
I fell in love and adore every note, every chord. I'm alone in the dark. My piano is silent, unwilling, unkind.
Oh, I love it.
When I
I love
see
this.
you again, will you
Chills.
still be my
Chills,
friend?
dude.
You are leaving me so far behind.
Oh, the cry.
Everything started to happen. Everyone finally hears what I hear, what I've heard all along. And everyone lifting their glasses. Everyone lifting their voices to sing to your songs, sing to your songs. I wait every day for a lifetime.
This one is moving me, bro. It is so dramatic. And I love that it's so dramatic while it is so stripped down. Is there an unstripped down version of this song? Because I feel like just these two elements, the piano and the voice alone, are doing so much. You could turn this song into like a crazy power ballad with heavy things anywhere and everywhere, and you could maybe convert the song into a more of an R&B thing. I feel like this song is so melodically flexible, and depending on how you'd want to deliver these lyrics, you could go for the super brooding feel, a little bit more melancholic, but maybe at peace. You could go more suave. This is like, to be honest, like the original. I don't think like any cover of this would be possible unless you were to like re-envision it fully. Like this character that we're hearing in this song, the vibe, the overall feel, whatever, that I don't hear anywhere else. This is very much Johnette's.
Sing to your songs, sing to your songs. I wait every day for a lifetime. I wait every day for a word, and for anything from you at all.
Just
A
throwing her
ribbon, a
voice.
page of new music. I walk the hall.
This cannot be composed. I think she's just going with whatever comes to her naturally.
In candlelight, I'm alone in the dark. My piano is silent, unwilling, unkind. When I see you again, will you still be my friend? 'Cause you're leaving me so far behind. I'm alone and I hear news about you. Applause from the king and the queen. When I see you again, we can sing and pretend things are just like they had been.
resolving it on the second pitch. Okay. I'm certain that I don't understand just how good this was, because I feel like there's external context for this that I'm missing in order to understand the story and where these lyrics came from. That was such an emotional, just I can't even say punch. It's not a punch. It wasn't like one massive obvious moment. Just the entire thing is like a plea. Like she's in an empty room, like truly, and maybe that's just the artifact of every song in the Naked album, but she's in this empty room pouring her heart out, truly feeling like her life is being affected, and she's singing out the pain and emotions, and that's her kind of way of processing and letting it all out. I feel like in the studio when she had to go in to like record this, she probably wasn't like thinking of any of the melodies beforehand. She probably had some rough ideas of the lyrics and maybe some structure stuff, but I think what we heard here was a lot of off the cuff riffing. And typically when you think of the word riffing, that verb, it's going to be like, in like an R&B pop song, like, oh, they're riffing, they're going up and down, doing the arpeggios and slides, and that is more of the obvious version of riffing. She is doing what like a guitarist does when they solo, and they craft little melodic phrases as they go, and each idea helps inspire the next, and you can kind of weave together a beautiful tapestry. And I feel like she is doing something very similar here with the melody. She has all of the syllables in mind, and she has the lyrics and the rough movement, but each of the notes, I feel like those are what is I think those are being manipulated on the fly, which I absolutely love. And to be honest, like, even if these were all pre-composed, if she's able to perform it at this way to make it feel so organic, hats off to her, because that is like, I don't think anyone could cover a song like this and get half as close to her emotionality here. It is just too specific to her, and that's what we love Johnette for. Like, not only are the riffs good in the guitar, just as like the simplest example, but all of the emotion that she imbues in every single syllable of all the words. It's someone, when you listen to Johnette, it's someone who truly loves what they do and uses their art for its own end, or creates art for its own end, for its own good. And that means you don't care about the dollar sign, you just care about it capturing and expressing exactly what it is you'd like to convey. And it's up to us to interpret and, give our feedback on how it makes us feel. But, when you start with so much substance, there's so many directions you could take it. And yeah, that's probably my favorite Johnette song that I've heard so far. If you'd like to request more Johnette Napolitano on the channel, you guys can do so by using the first link in the description box below. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.